Welcome back to our channel, devoted viewers. Today is a beautiful day to pull back the velvet curtain and examine the darkest, most hidden corners of Genoa City. Lean in closely, because what we are about to discuss is strictly between us, a secret shared only among those of us who are utterly addicted to the delicious, twisted drama of this world. Did you know that surviving a nightmare is sometimes infinitely worse than the nightmare itself? Let me whisper a dark truth that the Newman family is desperately trying to hide behind their gilded doors. Nick Newman has finally returned to Genoa City, but the man who walked out of that explosive, dust-choked bunker in Las Vegas is merely a hollow shell of the golden boy you once knew. The tainted fentanyl that Matt Clark so sadistically planted has completely rewired Nick's brain, plunging him into the darkest, most terrifying abyss of severe drug addiction. The sheer physical agony of his withdrawals, the cold sweats, the violent tremors, it is a horrifying reality that he can no longer deny. He is being forced to enter a rigorous drug rehabilitation program, a deeply humiliating but absolutely necessary step to rebuild his shattered life with the help of medical professionals. But the psychological breakdown of his ego, the realization that he is entirely powerless over the substances coursing through his veins, is a tragedy that is almost too painful to witness. We are completely addicted to watching his struggle, feeling every ounce of his pain as if it were our own. Something that few people notice is the quiet, terrifying strength hiding behind Sharon Newman's eyes as she watches the father of her children fall apart. She is standing by Nick, offering her unwavering support on every single step of this grueling journey, but her own psychological state is incredibly fragile. The echoes of Matt Clark's historical abuse are ringing loudly in her ears, triggering a severe wave of post-traumatic stress that she is desperately trying to mask for Nick's sake. Sharon knows all too well the insidious nature of addiction, and the manipulative cruelty of the men who push you toward it. Her maternal instinct is in overdrive, transforming her into a fierce, protective lioness who will absolutely not let Nick succumb to the darkness, even as her own heart breaks a little more every day. And this is the part that kept me awake at night. Nikki Newman's silent, agonizing realization as she watches her beloved son crumble under the weight of his demons. Did you know that the genetic curse of addiction is a ghost that Nikki has fought her entire life? As a recovering alcoholic who has spent decades battling the urge to drown her sorrows in a glass of vodka, Nikki understands the horrifying, suffocating grip of dependency better than anyone else in Genoa City. The visceral pain of a mother watching her child fall into the exact same trap is tearing her soul apart. She is drowning in a sea of guilt, constantly torturing herself with the thought that she should have recognized the warning signs. That she should have seen how deeply Nick was drowning before the Vegas explosion forced his secret into the light. Did you ever realize how profound tragedy often pushes us directly into the arms of the forbidden? In her darkest hour of emotional despair, Nikki is seeking comfort in the most dangerous place imaginable, the arms of Jack Abbott. Let me whisper a secret about their connection. Jack is not just a former lover, he is a man who has intimately battled his own severe pill addiction in the past. He understands the unique, isolating terror that Nikki is experiencing right now. The magnetic, dangerous comfort they find in each other's shared trauma is electric. Jack is offering her a shoulder to cry on, a safe harbor away from Victor's cold, calculating judgment. And that profound emotional intimacy is slowly drawing them closer together in a way that is absolutely thrilling to watch. Let me tell you a secret about this so-called fake romance between Jack and Nikki. It is a nuclear option, a highly calculated, incredibly risky plot designed specifically to make Victor Newman and Diane Jenkins Abbott burn with blinding jealousy. But something that few people notice is the terrifying reality that the lines between fake and real are rapidly beginning to blur. When Jack holds Nikki, when they share those lingering, loaded glances across a crowded room, the history between them crackles like a live wire. They are playing a very dangerous game of emotional roulette, pretending to be in love to manipulate their spouses. But we are all addicted to the question: what happens when the performance becomes reality? Will this charade actually help them heal their respective marriages, or will it detonate the final bridges they have left? Have you noticed how dangerously close Diane Jenkins Abbott is to completely unraveling? The sheer paranoia creeping into her eyes every time she sees Jack and Nikki together is a masterpiece of psychological tension. And Victor Newman, the great and powerful patriarch, is watching his wife slip away with a cold fury that is slowly cracking his stoic exterior. But here is the fascinating twist. Will the devastating crisis surrounding Nick's addiction actually bring Victor and Nikki back together? Despite the jealousy and the betrayal, both Victor and Nikki share a fierce, unbreakable love for their son. They might just realize that they have to put their bitter marital warfare aside and unite on a united front to save Nick's life, proving that sometimes shared grief is the only glue strong enough to mend a shattered dynasty. Did you know the darkest secret currently breathing in Genoa City belongs to Siena Bacall? Come closer, because this is the lie that could destroy everything. Sienna walked out of that dessert covered in blood, looking every inch the hero, boldly claiming she murdered Matt Clark to save the Newman family. But let me whisper the horrifying truth, she is lying through her teeth. Matt Clark is not dead. Sienna has made a desperate, terrifying deal with the devil, faking his death to buy Noah and his family a temporary reprieve. She is carrying the weight of a massive, blood-soaked deception, smiling at the people she saved while secretly knowing that she has unleashed a phantom back into the world. And this is the part that kept me awake at night. The sheer, sadistic brilliance of Matt Clark's invisible presence. Something that few people notice is that Matt is out there right now, lurking in the shadows, laughing at the Newmans as they breathe a collective sigh of false security. He is watching them drop their guard, watching them believe the nightmare is over, all while he meticulously orchestrates his next, deadlier strike. The tension of knowing that this monster is simply biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to tear their lives apart again, is the kind of suspense that keeps us hopelessly addicted to the screen. Did you ever realize how fragile a castle built on lies truly is? Noah Newman is completely blind to the ticking time bomb sleeping in his bed. He looks at Sienna and sees a savior, a brave woman who sacrificed her own innocence to protect his family. They are moving forward, focusing on a fresh start, pouring their hearts and souls into opening a brand new version of the Shadow Room right here in Genoa City. It is a beautiful, romantic dream, but it is built on a foundation of pure deceit. The moment Sienna's lie is exposed, the moment Noah realizes the woman he loves protected his greatest enemy, his heart will shatter into a million irreparable pieces. Something that few people notice is the predatory patience of Audra Charles. Let me whisper a little secret about her. Audra is not gone, she is simply waiting in the wings, smelling the blood in the water. She knows that Sienna's relationship with Noah has far too many cracks, and she is highly perceptive enough to sense that Sienna is hiding something massive. Audra is positioning herself perfectly, playing the sympathetic friend, ready to swoop in and claim Noah's shattered heart the exact second Sienna makes her fatal mistake. She is a master strategist, and we are absolutely addicted to watching her spin her web. Let me whisper another little secret about the younger generation that is heating up the screen. Did you know about the undeniable, magnetic pull between Holden Novak and Claire Newman? While the Winters family is completely imploding around them, Holden is seeking refuge in Claire's calm, understanding presence. They are spending more and more time together, their conversations growing deeper, their glances lingering just a little too long. The chemistry is palpable, a slow burn that is inevitably heading straight toward the bedroom. It is a beautiful distraction from the chaos, a blossoming romance that is providing a much-needed spark of passion amidst the heavy family drama. Something that few people notice is the quiet, profound redemption of Cain Ashby. Did you know that true redemption is often found in the quietest, most selfless acts? Cain is meticulously finalizing the preparations for the bone marrow transplant that will save Malcolm Winters' life. In doing so, he is strengthening his bond with Lily Winters in a way that words simply cannot describe. He is stepping up as a true hero, providing a medical miracle while completely defying Devon's toxic, unhinged paranoia with pure grace. Lily is seeing Cain in a completely new light, and the shared emotional intensity of this medical crisis is pulling them back together in a deeply moving, irresistible way. And finally, this is the part that kept me awake at night, the bittersweet, terrified joy of Sally Spectra and Billy Abbott. Let me tell you a secret about their grand romance. Sally has finally accepted Billy's breathtaking marriage proposal, and they are preparing to publicly announce their engagement to the entire town. But behind the sparkling ring and the champagne toasts, they are hiding a terrifying, high-risk secret. Sally is pregnant with twins. They are keeping the pregnancy strictly under wraps, deeply haunted by the tragic ghosts of Delia and Ava. The paralyzing fear of losing another child is casting a long, dark shadow over their happiness, making their private moments incredibly intense and emotionally fraught. We are addicted to their love story, praying that this time, they finally get the beautiful, healthy family they so desperately deserve.